When I was a teenager, I was interested in getting a girlfriend, as you do, but I wasn't having much success. And my mother told me, Sean, just be a nice boy and girls will like you. My grandmother, same thing. Be polite, be kind, be gentle. The right girl will come along. And I believed them. Why wouldn't I? These were the two women I trusted most in the world. My mother didn't marry a nice boy. She married a charming, cheeky, funny guy who was absolute trouble. And my grandmother, same story. A different flavour of bad news, but bad news all the same. So the two women who told me niceness was the answer never once chose niceness for themselves. And they sent me, and probably a lot of you, straight into the friend zone for years. So today we're going to talk about why nice guys don't get the girl and what actually works. And no, the answer isn't being an arsehole. Stick around. Let me describe the nice guy. You probably know him. You might be him. He says yes to everything. He's available 24/7. He drops his plans the second she texts. He listens to all her problems, agrees with everything she says, and never, ever rocks the boat. And he thinks he's doing everything right because that's what he was told. Be nice, be available, be patient. Your turn will come. But his turn never comes because what he's actually communicating isn't kindness. It's, I have nothing better going on than you. And that's not attractive. That's not even interesting. Here's what I've learned after 18 years of marriage. There's a massive difference between being kind and being spineless. Kind is a choice you make from a position of strength. Spineless is what happens when you're so afraid of losing someone that you erase yourself to keep them comfortable. Young guys, hear me on this. She doesn't want a man who agrees with everything she says. She wants a man who has his own mind and respects her enough to be honest. This brings us to the edge. Now, I came up with a line a while back that I'm quite proud of, and here it is. You need to have an edge to use so that women can occasionally cut themselves on it. A blunt knife draws no blood and isn't dangerous. Women want a bit of danger. Now, I'm not talking about being reckless or cruel. I'm talking about being unpredictable in the right ways, having opinions, having boundaries, having a life that doesn't revolve around her. Think about it. The guys women are drawn to, not the toxic ones, the genuinely attractive ones, they have something going on. They've got passion, direction, maybe a bit of mystery. You don't quite know what they're going to say next. There's friction there, and friction creates heat. The nice guy, there's no friction, there's no heat. There's nothing to discover because he's already handed you everything on a plate before you even asked. He's a flat road with no turns. Having an edge doesn't mean being nasty. Edge means being willing to say, no, I can't do Thursday, I've got plans. Edge means telling her you disagree and why. Edge means not apologizing for having your own life. That's not cruelty, that's self-respect. And self-respect is magnetic. So let's get practical. What does this actually look like? Number one, stop being available all the time. You have a life. If you don't, build one. Go to the gym, pick up a hobby, invest in your friendships. When your world doesn't revolve around her, you become someone worth orbiting. Number two, have an opinion and stand by it. If she says something you disagree with, say so. Respectfully, but clearly. She's not looking for a mirror. She's looking for a man. Number three, let her come to you sometimes. If you're always the one texting first, always making plans, always chasing, stop. See what happens. If she reaches back, great. If she doesn't, you just saved yourself months of being someone's emotional safety net. Number four, and this is the big one, know when to walk away. Not as a power move, not as manipulation, but because you genuinely value yourself enough to recognize when something isn't working. The willingness to walk away is the ultimate boundary. It says, I want you, but I don't need you. And that distinction changes everything. Now, the real lesson here, my mother and my grandmother, they weren't bad people for giving me that advice. They loved me. They wanted me to be good. And kindness is important. And I am a good guy. You know, I'm that guy that all these women say, if only there were some good guys out there. Well, I'm here. Now, I have an edge to me because I've always had an interest in things that other people didn't. I went through special forces. I can be dangerous, but generally I'm not because I'd rather be kind. However, that doesn't mean that I get walked over. I'm not sitting here telling you to become some cold, manipulative game player. The red-pilled guys have that market cornered, and it's poison. What I'm telling you is that kindness without backbone is just people-pleasing. And people-pleasing isn't generous. It's a transaction. You're being nice because you want something back, and everyone can feel it. The men who do well in relationships, real relationships, not situationships that last 6 weeks, they're kind and they have standards. They're warm and they have a line you don't cross. They'll give you the shirt off their back, but they won't let you walk on it. My grandmother chose a bad boy because he was exciting. My mother did the same, and they both paid the price for that. What neither of them could articulate was what they actually needed: a man who was kind enough to stay and strong enough to push back. Those two things aren't opposite. They're the same man. So if you're a young guy watching this, stuck in the friend zone, wondering why being nice isn't working, it's not because nice is wrong. It's because nice alone isn't enough. Stop trying to be the nice guy. Start trying to be the honest one. Get an edge. Set a boundary. Build a life she'd want to be part of, not one you throw away the second she shows up. Develop an edge. A blunt knife draws no blood. Be someone worth cutting yourself on.